Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. I'm here today with a special collector that has a special collection. He has one of the most comprehensive pre-war football card collection that I've ever seen. He's got not only the Mayo Cup plugs, but he's got the first, the second, and the third football cards ever produced. So first of all, let me just show you the card that I just sold him, my Beecher. So everybody's seen this card, and it'll be the last time I'll show it on my video, and I'm gonna miss it, but it's going to a great home. It's going to one of the top collectors of football ever, and this card is going to go in his collection and probably will never come out of there ever again. So this will be the last chance you get to see the beautiful Beecher from 1888 Goodwin Champions. Now, he also has a Beecher, and his Beecher was this one. So it wasn't in as good condition as mine, and that's why he wanted to do an upgrade. And this is his Beecher. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to give him or sell him this beautiful Beecher to complement his other Beechers. So let me show you the other Beecher that he's got. And this is the album cut Beecher. And this was cut right out of the Goodwin Champions album. And as you know, guys, I have the album. And if you cut it out of the album, on the back, you could see that that is the back, that the other page kind of gets stuck on it. So it has like an image on the back. But it's an actual cut of the Beecher card. The only difference is that the cut doesn't have the old Judge Gypsy Queen information here, but it's basically the same card with no back. So there are the three Beechers, actually two different versions of the Beecher right here. The next card I want to show you guys is the second football card ever made, and that is this card right here. And this is the Games and Sports Series, also published by Goodwin and Old Judge. And this is from, I think, the 1890s. I'm not sure. What year is this from?
I think it's 1888.
Okay, so it's also from 1888, also by Goodwin, but it was produced after the Beecher. So this is the second football card ever made. Now, let me show you the third football card ever made, and that's this one here. This is a Duke's card. You can see it says football.
Looks like Butch on the Little Rascals.
Looks like Butch. That definitely looks like the Little Rascals. And if you look at the back of that card, it's the Terrors of America. And it's a Dukes. And it basically kind of has all different sports and stuff. And it's kids terrorizing people. That's what they did in the old days, you know? So that's the third football card ever made. Now let me show you also now. I'm going to skip over and show some of the some different cards. This one is a scrap. It's from the 1890s, and it's a similar to the baseball scraps, but it's a football scrap. And you can see it's a beautiful die-cut piece, and with the big football. And you can see the back is blank, and it's an 1890s football scrap. Another extremely rare football issue that you're probably never going to see this again. And after that, Murad started making some football cards also. And again, these were all college, because there was only college football back then. So the big schools were, you know, Harvard and Yale. So that's the Harvard. This is Tufts College. And I'll show you the back of these. The backs are all the same. Oops. The backs are all the same. And it kind of shows you all the universities that played football at the time. Now, what year are these? 1909, I think they are?
1909, 1910.
1909, 1910. And let's take a look at the rest of them real quick. This one is...
Notice the nose guard.
oh, look at the nose guard on that guy. Is that cool or what? Great stuff. Great stuff. Here is Bucknell? Bucktoe. And look at the uniform on that. The old style uniform with the pads and stuff. It's so cool. And these are all Murad cards. And it's a series of Murads. And there's different Murad cards. There's flags and all different types of things they've created with that. But this is the football cards. Here's the University of Michigan. Look at the uniforms on that. It's just beautiful, beautiful cards. I love the artwork on these. If you want to say anything, you're welcome to say something, you know?
Yeah.
Join us. So here's my buddy here. I'm not going to say his name or anything like that, but he has one of the best football collections ever. And here's another one of them. It's just so cool to see that. And now I'm going to show you which one you want to go next. I want to do the 1915. And this is a 1915 stamp. It's a Heinz and Honey almond cream stamp from 1915. And these were the two big teams, Yale and Harvard, were really the champions of the era. And here's a stamp of both of them. In the back shows Heinz Honey and almond cream. And it talks about the product.
Now here's one I held on you. I haven't shown you this one yet, Orlando.
Okay.
Okay. This is an 1890s advertising piece.
It's an 1890s advertising piece. What can you tell me about this one?
Flip it over, and there you go.
Geiger Brothers. And
Yep.
that is actually a store, it looks like, in New Jersey.
And they used to, back in the day, they would pick out certain pictures to put their advertisements and leave them on counters so people
Right.
could grab them. There's very few football images, but occasionally, if you're lucky, you'll run across one.
Wow. And this is so cool. It looks like a little kid, but look at the padded, pants.
He's got the uniform
and
the day.
the uniform, the vest, and the big football. That football was almost like almost round, like a soccer ball almost.
Yeah.
And let me show you another card here. And this one is a little bit later on. And this one is an American football, just kind of showing a football in action. This is a Churchman card, Churchman cigarettes.
And supposedly that is the Four Horsemen of Notre Dame.
So this is the Four Horsemen of Notre Dame. That's what it should be. And in the back, it tells you American football. Remember, back in football in those days, it was just all ram into each other. You know, it was, inches and inches. They didn't really have much of a passing game. It was most just, straight up the middle and ramming people. And, you literally would die. People would get killed playing football because it was such a rough sport.
Yep.
So what I want to do now is I want to show you a couple more, and then I'm going to show you the entire set that he has of the 1894 Mayo cards. But before that, I want to show you the big card that I'm looking for, and that's this Red Grange. And this is a gorgeous example of the Red Grange 1933 Sport Kings in a 4. I mean, check out that beautiful card. It's got like an action pose on the bottom here. And then it's got, the beautiful helmet and the colorful uniform that they wear. Just awesome, it takes you back to the old days, And this is, of course, the Red Grange, one of the most valuable cards in the set. And, Red Grange, of course, famous for being the Galloping Ghost, one of the best player of that era. So that is awesome. The other Sport King card is Jim Thorpe. Again, remember, Jim Thorpe played football. He also played baseball and was one of the best athletes of the era. But really, he was a tremendous football player. He played in college. And there it is again in the Sport Kings with the beautiful image of Jim Thorpe and the action shot in the bottom. And I'll show you the back of it real quick. And there's James Thorpe. These are all Gaudis in 1933. And the last big card for the 33 Sport Kings is a big boy, and that's Nuke Rockne. I mean, the legend. What can you say about Nuke Rockne? One of the greatest players and coaches ever. And again, a beautiful picture, beautiful image. And in the back, again, it tells you about the player and says it's a Sports Kings and Nuke Rockne card. So some beautiful, beautiful football cards. And now I want to share with you one of the nicest football cards that I just love these. These are the Mayo Cup plugs. And these are just gorgeous. They're 1894. And these are literally put into tobacco tins. They came out of the, like scrap tobacco. So it's very, very difficult to get these cards, and really in any condition. And of course, with the black borders, they just, you never see the complete border. And the backs are all black, just like all the Mayo cards, the Mayo baseball and the Mayo football. They're all black backs.
They're in alphabetical order.
So these are in alphabetical order. You can see this is Acton. This is 80. Now, a little bit about 80. 80 is actually in the Tennis Hall of Fame. He also played tennis, but he was an incredible football player for Yale. Next one is Armstrong, another Yale player. And look at the artwork on those, man. It's just awesome. It takes you back to the days where, in the 1890s, where it was just a rough and tough sport. Here is the Barnett from Princeton. And you can see in the bottom, it says Mayo Cup plug for chewing and smoking. This is the Beal. He looks kind of like he has a Superman cape or something on there, But that's, again, another
really
Harvard player. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's kind of the padding. And they put like a turtleneck, look at this, all the way up to their neck. And this is Beard from the Yale team. Again, they're all, black in the back. They were printed on basically on black cardboard. This is Brewer. And some of these cards I have never seen. They're very, very rare. This is the entire set. I think there's like 35 in the set, or 35?
36.
There's 35 or 36 in the set. Again, the biggest one in the set is the Anonymous, which is John Dunlop. And he doesn't have that one because nobody has that one. That's what it comes down to. There's only like 9 known to exist. Here's the Butterworth, another Yale player. And what I love about his cards is that, even though they look rough, if you look at the pictures, they're beautifully clear. You can see their faces. You can see the uniform. And this is Crowdis.
And back in the day, my criteria for collecting it was I wanted a good picture and I wanted to be able to read the writing at the bottom of the card. And you don't really get a chance to have a whole lot to choose from. So I was very lucky to be able to accumulate this set. I finished it right around 2004. Was when I got my last grouping of cards.
Yeah, and these
Those
cards
last 6 that I was telling you about.
Right. He got the last 6 from a dealer at the National many, many years ago. And you'll never see 4 or 5 or 6 of these together anywhere, on any table at any National. I've never seen them. This is the Gutterman, Harvard. This is Gray from Harvard. And look at the Harvard uniforms. You can see how they all are with the big H. And it looks like they have kind of like almost like a cape. Yeah. This is the one of the big cards of this set is this Hickok. And again, another Yale player, one of the top players of the era.
Look at the leather.
And look at the leather and how it's stitched up. and how they you know, they kind of tie it up like that. You know, there's no buttons or anything like that. It's just like a leather strapping. This you can see it a little bit better in this one here.
Now the hinky, the condition of that card, that's the best one in this set.
Yeah, look at the condition of that card. It's gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful picture. You got the whole black border pretty much intact, which you never see that ever. Here is the Holly, you know, and that's the Princeton with the big P on there, and you can see this guy's got a mustache with the slick back hair. Just, you know, a picture of the times. You know, here's another guy, similar haircut. Here's Lee from Princeton. Cool cards. Here's Mackey from Harvard, another Harvard player. And Harvard and Yale were pretty much the biggest teams, and Princeton, of course. Those were really the big three back in the day. So most of these cards, I think all of these cards are going to be of those three teams. This is Manahan, yes. Another Harvard player. Just a great image. I mean, real pictures. Look how his this is coming off. You know, you know, and that is the vest that they wore, which is a padded vest, and that was a uniform. Here comes another one of the Yale cards, and this is McRae. Again, look at these young guys. These guys are all college. These are all probably, you know, 18 to 20-year-old kids. And, I mean, they would get beat up bad because these guys would literally just pound each other. There were no real plays. They would just go right head onto each other, almost like battering rams, and see who could actually move each other. But you know, just so cool, the pictures. I mean, they're so clear. They're real photos. This is Morse. These again are all in alphabetical order. Here's the Murphy from Yale.
Now he was a superstar.
He was a superstar.
Yes.
I haven't heard of Murphy.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a postcard from right around 1900 where he was just a famous person, and he's in his Yale.
And his Yale uniform. Wow. And here is probably one of the biggest ones in the set, and this is Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe.
He was a nephew of Edgar, or his grandson. He was a grandson of Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes, and his younger brother, Edgar Allan Poe, had a son named Arthur. Arthur's oldest son was Edgar Allan, and then Arthur Jr. is the second oldest son. I've got some old football sport magazines that have articles about him in the early 1900s.
Wow.
Now, Edgar Allan was an All-American in 1894.
Wow. All-American. This is a Riggs from Princeton. Tillman?
Stillman.
Yale. Oh yeah, it's Stillman from Yale. This one's in rough shape, but I've never seen this card. You just never see. Half of these cards that he has here in this set, I've never seen them. You know, it's so impossible to put this set together. Again, there's 35 different cards, and you're most likely not going to find more than one or two in every show. Here's the Taylor from Princeton. Here comes another Yale card, another beautiful Yale card. This is Thorne. You see, they all kind of had the same hairstyle back in the day. And they were young guys, so very few even had mustaches because they were young. They were young kids. And there's Trenchard.
Yeah, his nickname was Doggy.
Doggy, that's funny.
Doggy Trenchard.
Doggy Trenchard, there he is. He's got, sounds like a tough guy. Here is Ward, another Princeton player. Again, this guy's got like a little mustache in there, like a baby mustache. But these are young guys. I mean, these were all college students. You know, they really didn't even get paid to play football. They did it for the love of the game. This is Waters, another beautiful card with a beautiful picture, and another Harvard player. And this is Wheeler from Princeton. It's a big guy here. It looks like he's a big,
he was
wide guy. He was a good one, looks like, yeah. Looks like he was big and wide. Don't get in his way, trust me. And the last card of the set is Rithington from Harvard. And again, you know, look at the uniform. Look how, you know, it just takes you back to the 1800s. So this is the first complete set of the 1894 Mayos that I have ever seen in my life. And according to him, there's only 2 people that have ever put together this set, or that have this set.
I don't know.
So, I mean, I don't know of anybody. He's the only one that I know. And I'm just happy to have met him here. He's one of my subscribers and watches my channel. And when he saw me today, and he saw that I was trying to sell that Beecher card, you know, and I almost sold it to the dealer, and he was right behind me. And when he came back and talked to me, he said, "I gotta have it," and I had to sell it to him. I said, "Forget it, Ash. I'm not selling it to you. I'm selling it to this guy because I know he's gonna keep that card and keep it in his collection forever." So let's take one more look at the at his Beecher card now. One more look. There it is. Here it is. One more look at his Beecher card. And that's going to be the Grail card for his collection. And I'm so glad that he has it. And it comes from my collection. So he's now the 3rd person to own this card ever. And I'm so happy that he's the owner. So guys, just wanted to share this with you. And just wanted to share my enthusiasm for his collection and his enthusiasm for being able to pick up the beautiful Beecher card that he's always wanted. So thanks again, guys, for watching. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. And I'm here at Strongsville looking at the best vintage football collection that I've ever seen. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.